At 2 years old, my father was gone. At 11 or 12, I was pushed away from the home because of an abusive stepfather. By the time I was 16, I had 10 felonies in the state of Tennessee. You could pretty much write the rest of the book. By 21 years old, I was in prison, sentenced to 5 years for drugs. And it was in that prison where my life began to change. First, it was my interaction with Christ. From there, because of where I was incarcerated at, I began to meet different executives, different CEOs, different bankers, lawyers, doctors, and they began to mentor this young drug-dealing punk from the streets. And so I finished out my 5-year sentence and was released to the streets. I begged for 3 days for a $6 an hour job. I worked that job for 6 months. And at the end of that period, we were kicked out of our housing because as a felon, you can't live in government housing. And so we were in the back room of an in-law's house. And that's where we lived for another 6 months while I worked hard, saved money. And so from there, that's when we started the business, and that's when we began to see some of the things change in our life. We worked very hard, and we just watched God have his hand on our business and just blessed it in spite of us. But as I began that company, I started hiring people coming out of different tough situations, jails and prisons, and the company just continued to grow. We went from 10 employees to 20 to 50 to 100, and all the while watching just how all this works, watching these people changed right in front of our eyes. That company grew to a large level, almost 30 million in revenue, and just sold that company in September. And so now we are using our resources and knowledge and experience to be able to help impact the lives of others. I am the founder of the foundation called Fourth Purpose, a foundation that focuses on making prison a place of transformation. If this topic tugs at your heartstrings just a little bit, if you're one of those people that look at this and say, there's got to be something different. We've got to be able to do something better. I encourage you to take that little seed and do something with it. There's nobody better to serve than those in prison. There's not. I'm Josh Smith, and at one time, I was known as an uneducated punk drug dealer. Today, I'm known as a successful business person, a successful family man, and someone that greatly impacts my community.